vlog. It is the first day of August. Happy Ogtober to all who celebrate. And it couldn't have been a more perfect start to Ogtober. Those fall people out there know. Um, I don't think that it is 75 degrees out here, and I am going to apologize in advance because it is, as Winnie the Pooh would say, a rather blustery day. But oh my gosh, it's too beautiful to not do something outside today. I mean, especially if you live in like a 6B, 7A, July and August can just be brutal. And July has kind of been a roller coaster of temperature and moisture, and my garden's definitely reflecting that. Like behind the camera right now are all of my cucumbers that have died. um, Partly because of bugs and partly because of inconsistent watering by me. So it is what it is. I got between 6 and 8 dozen jars of pickles and relish, so I'm not shedding any tears over that, let's just say. Um, so today, being the first day of August, I'm going to plan our fall stuff. I'm so excited. Um, I don't have tons of luck with carrots, so I don't know if I'm going to mess with that or not. I'm out of seeds, so we'll see if I get a wild hair and order more seeds. But right now, I think I'm just going to keep it simple, and we're going to do some more bush beans, some greens, and some beets. Now, I've already sown a few beets, but my germination wasn't great, and I think it was just the way that I sowed them. I don't think that the soil, I mean, you don't want beets like in compacted soil, but I think it was a little too lofty, and watering dislodged a lot of the seeds. So we're going to try something different. But for all of my greens, okay, I'll just show you what I have. And everything that I'm planting is 60 day or less to harvest. So like today's August 1st, our first frost date is typically between October 13th and 16th, which gives us 70-ish days. So I'm still well within my window to plant stuff to harvest. So for greens, we are going to just do regular old lettuce, just plain old green leaf lettuce. And this beautiful, it's called Merlot. Look at how gorgeous that is. And as you can tell, these seeds are from Baker Creek. All the seeds I'm sowing today are from Baker Creek. And then I got this freebie. The regular leaf lettuce was a freebie, but I also got this freebie of Japanese giant red mustard. And I hope that shows up well on camera because look at how beautiful that looks. And this is a 40-day, and I have never grown mustard greens. I don't even know that, I can't even say that I've eaten them. But they just look gorgeous, and I love greens. I don't like turnips, but I like turnip greens and I like collards and all that good stuff. So I can't imagine I wouldn't like this. So what I'm going to do, in my mind, this works. So this says to plant 12, all of this is like 8 to 12 inches apart, pretty much. The Merlot is smaller, it says 6 inches apart. But what I'm going to do is okay, I'll spit it out in a second. I am squatting here in front of my sunflowers. And what I think I'm going to do, since these are spring and fall crops, they don't like blazing hot sun from sun up to sundown. They don't want 16 hours of in your face sunlight. So in my mind, this works. I had some spots where sunflowers that I planted didn't germinate, which happens. So I think in those spots, I'm going to plant this smaller Merlot lettuce and maybe some of this just regular leaf lettuce. This Japanese giant red mustard, let's see here. Large Japanese type, purple red leaves with delicious, strong, sharp, almost garlicky mustard flavor. That's going to be delicious. It says sow in thick bands for baby greens or spaced farther apart for full grown leaves. Best grown as a spring or fall crop in most areas. Okay, so This I think is going to go over, and I'll try and remember to show you this. I'll try. We'll see. If you've been here for like, 3 videos, if I get in the zone for something, it doesn't always end up on camera. So, but I have an okra bed, like where our onions were in the spring. I pulled all those, of course, and they're actually all gone already. I've used them all to make pasta sauce and salsa and jams. And anyway, um, but I sowed orange and green, just regular okra in half of that space, but half of it's still not planted. So I think I'll do these. I think I'll do this, the mustard greens over there, and do my leaf lettuces over here where these sunflowers are, since they're smaller. And I want to give this a chance because since I've never, grown it before, I want to give it a chance to go for it. And the okra will cast a shadow. I'm looking. The okra, in theory, should cast a shadow on this until, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, which should give it enough shade to be successful. That's the hope anyway. I am going to try really hard to water these well, but we'll see, because I go back to work next week, and I love my job, but I have mixed feelings about it right now. Anyway, bush beans. So I'm going to plant purple teepee and derby beans. These are both bush beans. I think I just said that. But supposedly these purple teepee ones, they grow, like, the beans grow on top of the leaf canopy. So they're supposed to be super easy to harvest. So that is what appealed to me on this. And these are both 50-day. So I've got plenty of time. I got 20 days to spare on these. So I got plenty of time for these. And I think I'm going to plant these just over here. There's like, I have you kind of strategically placed right now because the garden is looking haggard, and I have let some areas go bad with weeds. Like, bad. You will judge me harshly, and you will be fully within your right to do so. Bad with weeds. But there is an area over here that I have tried to keep pretty decent, and that is where the snapdragons have been. And the snapdragons are looking pretty tired too, but I'm letting as many of them as I can go to seed because I do want to save seeds. I realize I'm not going to get the exact same, most likely, that I got this year, but I just want to see what happens since this was my first year growing snapdragons. And have you ever seen a snapdragon seed pod? They look like little skulls. So cool. They're such cool plants just from start to finish. Anyway, I'm going to leave the snapdragons that are there, but there are several holes of ones that just got too tired and worn out, and I had to pull them. And I think in those gaps, I'm going to put my beans. And I think that would be a good call anyway, since beans fix nitrogen into the soil and flowers really take it because they feed so much to produce their blooms. So in my mind, that makes sense. And then I have some tubs, like I was talking about with the beets. I'm undecided how I'm going to plant more. With one tub, I went ahead and planted these bull's blood. The greens in this case are like that deep ox blood color too, and I just thought those were really, really pretty and striking. These are doing fine in the tub, but I also planted these. Ooh, not going to try to say that. They look like peppermints. And then some golden beets. These are winter sun. Yeah, winter sun. These sprouted, but I think these was a watering issue on my part. I think I watered too aggressively and it like uprooted. These I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was a watering issue or a germination issue, but those did not do very well. So I will find somewhere in the garden to put these. These may actually end up filling in any blank spaces that I have over where that okra is. When I plant these mustard greens, they may just end that row. I may just go ahead and actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. That way, most of my fall stuff is all in one spot because I planted this okra for a fall harvest, but I planted it, gosh, like probably at the beginning of the month. And like I said, I will try to remember to show you. But without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and sow that purple and leaf lettuce over here with the sunflowers. All right, folks, I don't know how well you can see this. You can see it okay. So this stretch through here, this is just like bare ground. Well, not super bare because it's got crabgrass and junk growing up through it, but I don't know. At the beginning of the month, end of June, I decided to just chaos sow some zinnias through here. Not very many of them germinated because I think it was just too hot. I think it was just a bad call. But I think now this is also where my spring beans were. So I think I've changed my mind. I think where this okra is, that portion down there that's not planted, I think I'm going to plant my beans down there. And I think this open area, I'm going to plant those mustard greens. And anywhere where a zinnia actually did come up, I'm just going to give it a wide berth and make sure it's got plenty of room to do its thing. And the greens have plenty of room to do their thing. We'll see how it goes. Never done this before, so surely it'll be fine. And if it's not, whatever. It'll be okay. Either way. Okay, I've changed my mind again, and I wound up. I did plant all of the mustard greens where I said I was going to in that empty patch. That was just bare dirt. But in the okra area, that second half that didn't have anything planted in it, I went ahead and reseeded the peppermint. I know that's not what they're actually called, but that's what I'm going to call them, the peppermint beets and the golden beets. Hopefully they'll have a little bit better luck over there. And I'm going to plant the green beans over here in the spaces where the snapdragons are still fighting the good fight. So let's get that done. And then I think I'm going to go inside, and everybody in my house is asleep right now. So maybe I'll go inside and read or crochet or embroider or something. We'll see. Okay, guys, I think this is where I'm going to sign off. I got all of my greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Sorry. Got all my beans, greens, and beets planted. I'm satisfied with that, but I did want to show you real quick before I got off of here, and I hope it shows up on my camera okay. But this is a snapdragon seed pod, and tell me it does not look like a little alien skull or something. Oh man, I don't know if it's going to focus or not. I can't really tell out in this light, and my phone screen's dirty because I've been tapping it with these disgusting fingers. But isn't that cool? And there's gobs of seeds in one of these. There's so many seeds. So I'm definitely going to save these, try my hand at it, and see what happens. But I think that'll about do it for this vlog, guys. I know it was kind of a short one, comparatively speaking, with all of the food preservation stuff I've been doing. And trust me, I did some of that this morning that you'll see later. But it was really nice to just get out here for a few minutes in this glorious 70-degree weather and get my fall stuff in the ground before I hit the ground running next week. So until next time, guys, as always, I hope you had a great week and have a great weekend ahead of you. Bye.